This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home, driving home from the Bet365 Stadium, where it finished Stoke City 2,
Millwall
2-0 to Stoke City. A team that probably needed a win. They've been pretty useless recently. And then we rock into the Bet365 Stadium and probably put in our worst performance for a long time. It was a tired performance. Saying that, some very, very poor defending to concede 2 goals, and we have reasonably good chances and one very good chance down the other end, and we don't put it away. Slim margins in the Championship, and if you don't take your chances, you're going to lose games, and we didn't. Like I said, saying that, Stoke City were by far they created a few more chances other than the goals that they scored, and were value for their 3 points today. Thank you very much for the comments on the last video. They're really good. Some really good comments. I like that, you know, that you go into depth and spend some time on it, so we appreciate that. Obviously, thank you again for the likes as well. It's tough because obviously we've been on such a high, but that's what happens when you support Millwall. Yeah, you know, we really are a roller coaster of emotions, and we were very up on Wednesday, and today not so much. It's difficult not to get too down about it. It was pretty woeful. I'm not going to lie. We were second best to too many things. Looked a little bit inept in attack. Missed a Phobe as the leading striker. One change, obviously, a Phobe going out and Tyler Bury coming back in, which meant we had Bart in goal. The back four of Danny McNamara, Jake Cooper, Daniel Ballard and Scott Malone and Murray Wallace. Scott Malone in front of them with Billy Mitchell and George Saville. And then we had a front three of Mason Bennett in the middle, Tyler Bury and Jed Wallace switching positions. We couldn't get our front three into the game at all today. Tyler Bury completely ineffective. Mason Bennett tried, looked a little bit more lively second half, but unfortunately went off just after Jed's penalty in the second half. Stoke City scored with their, well, pretty much the only chance of the first half from either team, and it came from a set piece. Woeful marking from our point of view. The ball's curled in. He's on about the penalty spot and directs it nice into the I think it was like the top right hand corner. They weren't that high up, but puts them 1-0 up. And they had more of the play in the first half, but like I said, neither team were really creating anything. We had one chance where Billy Mitchell spread the ball wide out across the play, and then George Saville's got on the end of a cross, but didn't do enough with it. And we go in at half time, and you think that was probably our worst half since Blackpool, but we need a little bit more intensity, a little bit more energy. We came out in the second half and we didn't really have it, if I'm completely honest, did we, Zac?
No.
We just did not look at the races really today, and some good defending from Murray Wallace. Lewis Baker's put through down the right. I think it was Lewis Baker put through. He doesn't attack the ball. Sorry, it weren't Murray Wallace this one. He doesn't attack the ball enough, and it allows Jake Cooper to come back in and get a block on the ball. They then have another chance that I can't remember who created their second chance, but it was Murray Wallace anyway that done really well to get on the block. Again, the ball's going over to the right. Took too long, and Murray Wallace has come from nowhere and made a block where it looked like they were gonna score from that. The third, another Stoke chance, which will show you the flow of play. Like I said, we just did not get much going in an attacking sense. But the third chance was that after their goal, the second goal?
I don't know. No, it was definitely before.
Before, where the ball's played from the right, it's dropped to a Stoke player about 6 yards out, and you think he's going to score, but Bartosz comes across and makes an absolutely fantastic save and keeps it at 1-0 at that stage. There's then a very, very, very cheap free kick given away. Personally, I don't think it was a free kick. He's gone down very easily. The refs, he hasn't been a great ref today for either team. I thought there was some there was a lot of histrionics going on with Stoke. Stoke players that kind of ref bought into. They were trying to, they're trying to get 3 points. They're battling, and there was, trying to time waste in that second half. But there was a ball into the ball into the box, and then George Saville, unfortunately, has got his head on it and put it beyond Bart to make it 2-0. I still felt like we had a chance of getting back into the game, and I know that sounds silly, but Stoke had been obviously struggling to pick up results, and it was very, very quiet at Bet365 Stadium today. There's absolutely no getting away from it. Stoke's really struggling for any type of form, and I felt if we could get a goal, then that it really would be backs to the walls for them to see if they could hold us out. And then we get a great opportunity. Tom Bradshaw comes on, gets in between the two defenders, is held back by one of them, and the other one kicks the boot just as Bradshaw's about to head it. It's a silly challenge, especially when you're 2-0 up. The ref has to point to the spot. Jed Wally steps up and puts it bottom left. Keeper guesses the right way, makes the save. He gets a little bit lucky really, because he's just got an arm on it, and it spins out and it goes to his left, and Jed just doesn't get on the end of it. And I think I can't. Was it Keftenbeld that just hits it across goal? And then Jed Wallace gets another free kick just outside the box.
About where he was at Derby.
Yeah.
I think he was. Yeah.
No, because it's more in the centre, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was more in the centre, and Jed on another day does better than he does. He hits it straight into a player that's just off the wall, and we didn't really create much else after that. I think it kind of took the wind out of our sails. Bradshaw looked lively when he came on. He still worked, but all across the pitch we had players that weren't good enough. Malone was completely not at the races. Billy didn't have his best day. Danny McNamara, done better in the second half, but ultimately not good enough. All across the pitch, we just weren't good. Go on, Alf, what do you want to say?
No,
I'm he's trying to block the sun. Yeah, good try. Zac, who's your man of the match?
Well, today I thought it was Jake Cooper, as he gave it his hardest, and he done a goal-saving block as well. So the only Millwall player that actually looked alright today.
Alf, did you have a man of the match?
Yeah, it was Jake Cooper, because Jake Cooper and Murray Wallace both blocked it really well, and that's one of the only things Millwall done quite well.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think Murray Wallace played too badly today either, but too many Lions players look tired. It's been a long run. Obviously 8 games unbeaten before today. The irony, Stoke singing Mill get battered everywhere we go in the run we've been on. I don't know whether they're talking about their fans, but it can't have been that either. But disappointing day for us. We've now got the international break before we've got Luton away, which will be a very tough game. They've been on form, but I think the players need a rest. And then we'll see the last charge of the season, see if we can get ourselves further up the table. And who knows, we've got some very tricky games. You should say they're winnable. We've got Barnsley at home, we've got Peterborough at home. Notoriously, we've done very poor against them, but who knows what will happen, because if we can get we're getting the players back now, and it'll be interesting to see where we go. A disappointing day. I've got 3 hours left of the drive. Thank you very much for watching. Is only you only want to say anything at the end?
Well, it was a good run while we had it.
It was a good run. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and today we are down. But thank you for watching. No one likes us.
We don't care.